Welcome to PT26 Nuts review of the Magpul Mbuis backup iron sights, flip-up sights. A lot of people call them. We're talking about that little thing right there. And I like them because you can press that and they automatically pop up. You don't have to slowly rotate them up like you do some other designs. They also make, sorry, a little bit out of frame there. They also make a front sight that is the exact same way. A lot of people will say not to mount it on the gas block because it'll melt, or when you go to take it off it'll crack apart or whatever. I haven't had any of those problems. I put thousands of rounds through this gun with that on the gas block. This is a Smith & Wesson M&P, and the gas block seems to be big enough that it absorbs the heat. It doesn't really transfer anything to the sight. So it's really just a bunch of bull. Philosophy. Why would you choose these? These are all about cost and speed. The quickness of just hitting the button is pretty nice. But on the cost side of things, a set of these cost you $100. It's about $60 for the rear sight and about $40 for the front sight. Maybe a little more, a little less, just depends. And if you look up other backup iron sights, you'll see why a lot of guys in the military buy these for themselves if they aren't issued a backup sight. For $60 for the rear sight, that's about the cheapest thing on the market. If you go buy a Troy or Midwest Industries, or I think Yankee Hill makes one, any of those, it's going to cost you, $100 easily for a rear sight or more. So cost-wise, these win a lot of the times. Personally, I'm running fairly expensive optics on both of these. With the ACOG, I don't really even worry about those. I hardly ever use them. When I do, it's just for practice. With the EOTech, it's a little bit more important. If your battery dies or something, you're going to need a sight fast. But for something that's really just a backup, I don't mind cheaping out a little bit, and these look good with the rest of the Magpul furniture. Size and weight is another good point about these. They weigh virtually nothing. A pair of Troy sights will weigh quite a bit, like probably close to 3/4 of a pound to a pound. They're solid blocks of steel pretty much. Durability, reliability. It's one of the things where this probably suffers compared to the Troy sights, but these may flip up and down a mere few 100,000 times compared to the billions of times the steel flip-up sights will flip up. Okay, and that's just a guess. I don't know when these would exactly fail, but being plastic, they probably would eventually fail. Variations. They came out with a new and improved Generation 2 version of this sight. Personally, I like the looks of the first generation ones best. They really didn't add anything. They added like a little serration there on top of the sight and changed the looks about them a little, made them a little thinner, a little skinnier. That's about the only variation though. Accessories. One of the things I really wish they had done was make it to where you could put in any set of AR sights you wanted into the flip up. So if you wanted night sights on there, you could do that. You could do that on the front. That's no problem. But on the rear sight, I don't think there's any way to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I wouldn't really want to take that apart. It looks kind of jerry-rigged to begin with. Okay, that's about it for accessories as well. Compatibility with your systems. If you have a 1913 rail on top of any gun, you can use these. I have a friend who's got a Remington 1100 and has Magpul backup sights on it. It's kind of badass, but kind of stupid all at the same time. Any of the new Troy chassis for the M14, Mini 14, 1022, any of those you can use these on. I think the 1022 one actually comes with sights though, so why would you use these? Anyway, it's compatible with a lot of things. Anything that runs that rail, and almost everything runs that rail. Value, I already talked about that. It's about $100 for the set. That's half the price of a set of any other sight, pretty much. So the value's smoking. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and be sure to thumbs up the video.